Hello guys, so Black Friday came and went and I bought nothing. Yes, I've decided that patience is a virtue I will pursue this time. I'd sold a lot of stuff and my plan was to get a brand spanking new TV. I'd been seduced by the OLED screens and they do look fucking amazing. I thought if I'm going to upgrade to 4K HDR, I want to get the best of the best, because hopefully that's a TV that's an investment, future-proofed, and will last me for at least a decade. So I thought I may as well just pay a little bit extra and get the OLED screen, which, it does have those richer blacks, those darker blacks, and it's something that I would value after having had a TV that on occasion you can kind of see the backlight and, you know, that kind of thing. So I did want that. And I was seduced by the idea of OLEDs, but as good as those non-OLED 4K HDR screens are, you can tell a difference, and I wanted that top of the range stuff. But that technology is still very new and still pretty expensive. I mean, it's not a little bit more, it's double the price. You're talking double. Even with the Black Friday discounts, the OLED screen that I was looking at, a 55-inch LG screen, it was still like 1,200 quid. And yes, I do have that from the funds raised from selling Mega Drive stuff, but I've decided to wait because I do have faith that those screens will keep coming down in price. That's just the nature of the beast. You know, you might even see some further reductions in the January sales. It kind of depends whether or not they've sold all the units that they had. Because of course every year the companies are making new screens, so the older screens get reduced as technology moves on. I'm pretty sure, it seems pretty sure rather, that the OLED advancement is going to be the main kind of sticking point, and there'll be some minor refinements made in future sets. I don't think we're going to see a big improvement on those for a long time. So it's still the way I'm going to go, but I'm just going to wait because I can't really justify it. It's a lot of money, even though I've got the money there raised from selling video games. I can't really justify it. It's a hell of a lot. It's 1,200 quid. I'm not minted. I was getting a bit excited, and I'm going to wait. Basically, there's no rush, and there's a couple of reasons really. Mainly, I've bought a few kind of regular games that are played on the TV, but the vast majority of the games I've been buying recently, of course, have been PSVR. And I've still got a hell of a lot on the PS4 and the games that I've bought physically that I haven't got to or that I haven't finished yet. So there's still a hell of a lot of PSVR gameplay to be had before I need to start thinking about expanding and playing the PS4 games that are played on TV. So there's just no rush. I can afford to wait. I was just getting a bit impatient, I think. I got a bit excited about the idea. But it's not necessary. And yeah, I was watching my partner play Black Ops 3 on our old Sony LCD TV, and it looks fantastic. I mean, it looks really good. Yeah, I was happy with how that looked. Obviously it looked better on the new screens, but it does not look bad at all on our old telly. So there's no rush, basically. I think I probably still will kind of save those games for when I've got the new telly, but I'm sticking with what we've got at the minute. And one of the other reasons that has kind of prompted me to do this, to wait, is Skyrim VR. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and it's fucking huge. I mean, there's hundreds of hours of gameplay in this. I don't know if I'll get to hundreds of hours, but there's certainly a hell of a lot of gameplay within this game. And so whilst I'm using the headset all the time for my gaming, what is the point of spunking on a really expensive TV when next year they will be cheaper by some point? So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to wait, and that's fine. I made peace with that decision. But God, those OLED screens do look good. Yeah. One other thing I wanted to talk about was a change of tact in my PSVR game purchases. I'm gonna, again, this is all about patience. I'm growing as a person. I'm gonna try and be more patient with buying games as well. I haven't bought many games on release or near release. There's been a couple of games that have had kind of discounts quite early on after release, so I've jumped on and bought those games when they've been discounted, especially digital games. But I'm going to wait, and I'm going to just play what I've got. I'm going to try not to buy any games at all for a while now, to get through the stuff I've got, but also because I'm noticing a trend, and that is that games on the PSVR are getting physical releases after they've been released digitally. And that's been a bit frustrating. There's been 2 games in particular that I bought fairly close to release, again because they got quite surprising, quite big discounts, not so long after they've been released. That was Don't Knock Twice, which is like a spooky kind of haunted house game, and Theseus, which is a kind of third-person platformer game. Those are both pretty fun. I've had fun with those games. I bought them both digitally, again when they got discounted on sales on the PS Store. But they've both now had physical releases. Fuck! Oh my god, I'm so conflicted. Yes, I am tempted to go and buy them again, to have them physical, but that's ridiculous for a person on my wage. You know what I mean? I can't be buying games, doubles of games just for the sake of it. I already own those games, I haven't even finished them yet, and there I am thinking about buying them again on physical for the sake of having them on physical. It's insane. I won't do it. If I see them dirt cheap somewhere by chance, I might, but I can't do that. That's ridiculous. Come on. But yeah, but these games are getting physical releases months later, so I guess, I don't know, is it because they were more popular than first expected, and then the companies thought, oh, that's done quite well, let's put out a physical release? Maybe that's the case, I don't know. But yeah, so it's there's other games coming as well that have the same. There's one called Fruit Ninja. Fruit Ninja's been out for a long time, and that is only now getting a physical release. And it's a surprising game to get a physical release as well, because it's quite short. I mean, there's not a lot of content in it. It's a very simple game, very fun game by all accounts. I haven't bought it yet. I'll now be waiting for the physical release. But yeah, not a lot of content, and yet it's getting a physical release. So there doesn't seem to be any kind of consistency or logic to the games that are coming out on disc. Yeah, Theseus is a cool game, but it's quite short as well. I don't know how long Don't Knock Twice is. I don't know, but it looks pretty comprehensive. It's pretty good. But yeah, so I'm just going to wait it out and just leave it. I'm kind of hoping no more old games get physical releases now. I'll just kick myself. I have quite a big digital game collection on PS4, and it's the first time I've really delved into digital purchases. And I did that because I thought there was no other way to get those games. And it doesn't seem to be any kind of way of really finding out whether these games are going to get physical releases in future after having being released digitally. You know, sometimes they'll get announced fairly close to the physical release, but yeah, I'm just going to have to wait and see what comes out. So that's what I'm doing with the PSVR, but still having a hell of a lot of fun with it. And yeah, it's all about Skyrim VR at the minute. It's pretty impressive what they've done with that. Apparently, yeah, it looks a lot better on the Pro, and it looks fine. It's the old version. They've used the Xbox version really. It doesn't look like the enhanced version that came out more recently. But you know, countering that lower fidelity of graphics, of course, is the immersion. You know, being in the game, that feeling that you get from being immersed inside the game, when all this is happening to you and not just on a screen, more than makes up for it. Absolutely, you do forget about the technical shortcomings of the graphics when you are just in there, and it works really well. Yeah. So there's more coming. Bethesda has brought out Doom Virtual Fucking Reality, called Doom VFR, and that's apparently pretty good. Started off a bit ropey, but they've done some improvements to it, pretty close to release, and it is now, by all accounts, a pretty damn sweet first-person shooter. And of course, there is rumours that Fallout 4 is going to come to PSVR as well, and that's a more recent game. So let's see how that goes. I'm intrigued to see how that looks, especially on the Pro, because you know much has been made of Skyrim VR's kind of lack of graphical fidelity compared to more recent games. But of course, Fallout 4 is a more recent game, so I don't know. Are they going to have to cut it back, or is the Pro capable of more than we've seen so far. That's going to be interesting to see. But that's my rant for today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.